Hi everyone. So this is the CHA MPAS Lite, and I have 9 radials. Some of these radials, all of them actually are zip ties, but I didn't separate them. It's a little bit easier to manage, but they are in a radial pattern. They are about 16.5 feet, which is 1/8 of 40 meters. Based on the idea of a quarter wave antenna, you can put 1/8 radials that have close to the 40 meter length total. And then this time I put two 11-inch sections and then the 17-foot antenna. I did a previous video on this, and I also checked the SWR. Looking at the documentation, it said it was a 60-foot wire, and I think I said 25. So let's find out. Does the extension of 22 more inches make this move over to the left? Because the problem is the whole thing is shifted to the right, which means it's too short and it needs to be longer. So does 22 inches make a difference? Definitely it's not going to make a difference probably in SWR. Well, if it goes down here, maybe. So let's look at the 80 meter band, which is about 3.8 or something. There we go. 3.94 megahertz. You have an SWR of 3.9. If you got a tuner, a built-in tuner, that should be fine. Then let's go with the 40 meter band, 712. Or close to it, a little bit higher. There we go. 7.24 megahertz. SWR of 4.40. So if you have an IC705 with no tuner, that's probably not going to be a good thing for the radio. Let's go with 20 meters, right? 20 meters is pretty popular. 14.22 megahertz. SWR 2.46. I mean, it's pretty acceptable. You can probably transmit that way. The radio's gonna, it's gonna suffer a little bit, but not impossible. Let's look at the 17 meter band at 18.10, right? Or 18. Here we go. 18.3 on the 17 meter band. Should be less, or 18.1. That's good enough. 18.06 megahertz. SWR 1.989. That's not bad for the SWR. So at 18.06 megahertz, the SWR is 1.98. That's acceptable on 17 meters. 15 meters is 21. 15 meters, 21.3, right? 21.3. For the 15 meter band, 21.361 for the megahertz. You have an SWR of 1.713, which is awesome. I think that's great. We can deal with that. Let's go with the 12 meter band, 24.9, right? 24.9, right? 24.931, barely at the edge. Maybe we can go a little bit bigger. Let's see. 24.8, maybe. 24.7. Yeah, that's good. 24.8 megahertz. SWR 1.96. That's acceptable. 10 meter band. That's at 28.3 or a little bit higher. 28. Ooh. 28.3. 28. Yeah, that's good. 28.6. SWR is 3.16. So if you watch my previous video, this is worse on the 10. On 10 it was acceptable without the two arms, the 220, the two 11-inch arms that I placed. And this dip over here is going to be at close to 47 megahertz, SWR 1.29. Now, anybody watching this video, if you know how to shift this over, that would be awesome. If you knew, if anybody knows how to do that. I have tried, and why would I want to shift it over? So the SWR would be a little bit better. You would think it would somehow, you could put it over with maybe the length of the antenna, but that does not go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try on my next video, I'm just going to put the 60-foot long radial and see how that works. It probably does do a little bit better. Okay, so that's 17 foot plus 211 bars or sticks or whatever. And if you have a tuner, you should be okay using this type of operation. Now, before I go, why do I put radials like this? I put radials, shorter radials, so that people won't trip. By the way, they're about 16.5 foot radials, which is 1/8 of 40, which is the lowest, band that I'm going to be using. All right, so if you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you soon. This is Frank Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar.